Frankenstein's Bride, a Mystery, and Love on All Hallows Eve. 2 short stories. By Martha Wickham. Copyright 2020 and 2021. Frankenstein's Bride, a Mystery. The murky swamp water clung to Frankenstein's heavy boots, each step releasing with a reluctant, sucking sound. The air hung thick and humid, a breeding ground for unseen insects that buzzed incessantly around his crudely stitched face. He moved with singular, brutal purpose, the image of the watching man etched deep into his primitive memory. The man's eyes, wide with a terror that mirrored the creature's own inner chaos, had sparked this latest surge of rage. He reached the water's edge, his immense form casting a distorted shadow on the damp earth. The man stood frozen, a silhouette against the dimming twilight, his hand instinctively rising to his throat, as if already feeling the crushing grip. The woman beside him gasped, a small sharp sound that only stoked Frankenstein's fury. It was the sound of fear, the sound he had come to associate with his very existence. With a guttural roar that shattered the stillness, Frankenstein lunged. The distance vanished in an instant. His large, calloused hands, once capable of delicate creation, now instruments of destruction, clamped around the man's neck. The man thrashed, eyes bulging, breath escaping in strangled gasps. The woman screamed, a high-pitched, sustained wail that echoed through the trees, but Frankenstein remained fixed on his victim, the raw power in his grip unrelenting. Moments later, the struggle ceased. The man slumped, lifeless, to the ground. Frankenstein stood over the fallen body, chest heaving, a strange mix of satisfaction and emptiness roiling within him. He had silenced the fear, but it had not quelled the storm in his soul. The woman had fled, her screams receding into the distance. He turned toward the city, a distant cluster of lights that seemed to mock his isolation. A deadly resolve settled in his core. He would make them understand his pain, the torment of his unnatural existence. He would make them fear him as he feared himself. His rampage began slowly, almost hesitantly. He moved through the city's outskirts like a phantom, his massive frame surprisingly adept at stealth. He overturned carts, the crash of splintering wood a mere prelude to the terror to come. He frightened lone travelers, their panicked cries a fleeting echo of his constant anguish. But it was not enough. The whispers of fear were too quiet, too easily swallowed by the city's vastness. He needed something more, a grand, terrifying declaration of his unwanted existence. He found himself drawn to a large stone structure, its imposing facade radiating an air of permanence and indifference. It was a place of authority, perhaps even a place where those who had condemned him now resided.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?